Yes, sir. How we feel it? How we feel it, chat? Let's get it. Hey, we got something to go over. So, hey, we gonna ride it out. Get in here, grab your cup of drink, whatever you need, because yes, appreciate everybody popping in, showing some love. If you in here, if you're not, you need to get in here. You need to tell your neighbor to get in here because if you're a Cowboys fan, I love to talk Cowboys. So we decided to do a little live Q&A. You know, make sure you can hear me. Let me make sure my mic is working. Everything's live and direct. For y'all one more second. Make should be good. We should be good. Everybody can hear me. Everybody can hear me. All right. So, so to start this off, I'm gonna put it like this: the Dallas Cowboys is talking about getting Myles Garrett. Okay. Now we was in the talks for Max Crosby and all this. I feel like all this stuff then released, right? All this then released, and now we're in a situation where why in the world are we talking about Myles Garrett? Can we just get ready for the season? This is my opinion. Now, I'm the type of person, let's go play ball. Let's go play ball because with what we was given as of Christian Parker, first year defensive coordinator, we got to see how he going to perform. We know he going to give us a little juice. We know. We know. Give us that little different swagger that the Dallas Cowboys been need. But it ain't going to be it ain't going to be it ain't going to be near enough what you possibly think it might be. Because if it is, then hey, what's up, Cowboys T? Appreciate you popping in, brother. Somebody said, just get out the way. It ain't happening. All right, brother. Well, we closer than we closer than you think. I'm gonna put it that way. But yeah, now we in the talks for Myles Garrett. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I would love a guy like Myles Garrett. I would love him. Don't get me wrong. But why in the world would I give up my 2 first-round picks for him? That's just in my opinion. Because if you put it into perspective, if the Dallas Cowboys was willing to give X, Y, and Z for Max Crosby, man, it ain't happening for Myles. So we need to go into next season with what we got. We need to go in this draft. We need to go in this war room, and I've been preaching this. And I'm not going to stop preaching it because we're going to be live and direct right here with y'all watching the draft. Straight up. It's just going to be nothing but raw content. As soon as them 2 first-round picks just mean everything. So we live with them 2 first-round picks because we have to be able to, I'm telling y'all, we have, like, I don't know how much to understand. Y'all got to understand this. We have to do something different in this year's draft. This has to be the draft that the Cowboys take them 2 first-round picks and strangle them. I mean, strangle them. Because you got to have something out of that. You have to. You have 2 first-round picks. There's no way in the world you're failing out of this. You need to be coming out with an LB and maybe a corner, whatever y'all, but you coming out with an LB. I don't care who it is, you need an LB. So if we ain't coming out with LB, then that's when I'm going to have some issues. But it don't matter what round we get them, just get me an LB. But I definitely think, our focus as a fan base, we have to start focusing on what we need. Yeah, we preaching, we got all our opinions, you know what I mean? And y'all can have it. That's why I got my opinion too. But I definitely think that, boy, oh boy, if Jerry Jones somehow messed this up, telling y'all, he said Cowboys the laughing stock of the NFL. That's cool. Let them be the laughing stock. What you doing in here? We talking Dallas Cowboys. So, on to my next point, okay? Now, there has been several instances, several, where we could have signed George Pickens. Now, I be thinking about this, and y'all want y'all to put this into perspective. DC4L for sure. But why we just didn't? Just, you see how, just here, like that puts you in a bond later on. So now we're looking at 1-year deals. That brings me to my next point. 1-year deals. Now, don't make me pull it up because I will. You know how many 1-year deals we didn't sign? Man, guys. Seven to 8 players on a 1-year deal. Yeah. DC4L. Guys, are y'all hearing this? Or am I crazy? I know I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. 7 to 8 players on a 1-year deal. You tell me you ain't about to get sticky in about 3 years? Don't get me wrong, they 1-year deals. Don't get me wrong, they 1-year deals, guys. I get it. But the fact is why? Where's the link? Can we have something? I'm gonna just say that besides 1-year deals, because 1-year deals, in my opinion, they put you in a bond because you always have to look for talent. I don't think about that. You sit here and you always want, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. No. Where is your base talent? We got an offense. We're looking for talent right now, and I'm hoping that these guys in this war room this year are really going to put their head down on the table and be like, hey, we got to do something about these. We can't bulljaw these 2 first rounds. We gonna see him. Y'all know they're gonna give us a live look in the war room with Jerry. Y'all know it on the phone. Be on the phone. Jerry gonna be on the phone. How would you like to be with the Dallas Cowboys? Come on now. So we have to think about this. Trade up for Stoney Styles. Okay. Said you need a mod, big dog. I still gotta mod you. I forget. We get to talking. Yeah. Yeah. I got a mod right now though. So yeah. Man, it's just been dawning on me, guys. It's been dawning on me, guys. This draft is right around the corner. This draft is sneaking. It's slowly sneaking on us, and them 2 first-round picks is just itching. They just itching everybody. They burning a hole in everybody's pocket. We feel like we rich with that, with them 2 first-round picks. But what is Jerry really gonna do with it? Let's ask ourselves that. Since we feeling rich and we feeling Myles Garrett and we feeling Max Crosby and we feeling, what is he really gonna do with it? Because last time I heard, he loved the media, so that's what he doing. He in the media. He said if Mansour isn't there at 12, trade back and draft Jeremiah McCoy and C.J. Allen. Like that. I'm not opposed of it. That's a linebacker. That's all I ask. It better be, we got to get somebody. We have to get somebody in the middle of that defense. I mean, absolutely. Because if the Dallas Cowboys don't do it now, when are they going to do it? It's been 30 seasons. Jerry runs the team. So we have to hands off. Opinions out. Hands off, opinions out. He said trade for a vet LB. That's what, bro. See now, T, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what we need. That's what we need. We don't need, I take a young guy. But another guy, I seen a guy on my YouTube. Shout out to him. He actually made a good comment today. One of them comments, I'm like, whoa, okay, he makes sense. I mean, he said, Chris, what's the word, man? He said, you know what he said? He said, I expect Overshown to come back, be like a missile again. This is his 2nd year off his injury. And I said, you know what? That is true. Now, I have been downplaying DeMarvion Overshown and his play. I 100% have. And you want me to be honest, why? Because he's told his ACL, his MCL, and his PCL. It's pretty hard to come back from. And don't get me wrong, he was there last season. He was just horrible, pitiful, whatever the case may be. But we gotta think about this. We gotta think. How many times is it gonna take? He said, I think Jacob Rodriguez would be a game changer for y'all, dude. Knows how to take a ball away. I'm telling you, I've been said that. I've been said, bro. I'm telling you, man, go scroll down. Just go ahead and scroll down. Do your thing. Because I'm telling you, I've been on him. I seen him in that Senior Bowl. I said, oh, yeah. And I went to look him up. I said, oh, yeah, this is the type of guy we need. We need one of these. But who knows? We'll see how many, we'll see what it's working with, and we'll move accordingly. But I definitely think it's hard for me to tell you just 100% who I want. Because it's some good LBs in there. And I want an LB. I want an LB. He's just 24 already. What you mean? What you mean? He said, you back loud. You never. Yeah, I'm still here. He said, I'd try and trade for a Z. Oh, yeah. And draft CJ Allen, didn't have a Z and CJ. And Pin that. Hold on. Where that at? Bro, this right here. Hey, tell me that wouldn't be pressure. Y'all tell me that wouldn't be pressure. I'll try to trade for a Z out Shahara. I'm going to try to say his name best I can. And still draft CJ Allen, then have a Z, CJ, and Overshown. Bro, I don't care what nobody say. I love that take. That take right there is the take of the day. Bro, can you imagine the Dallas Cowboys with all three guys? Now, I'm not saying everything will be peaches and cream because everybody got their own, they fits and their adjustments. But you gonna think something gonna happen. But then you gonna get CJ, you gonna get a Z, and then you gonna get CJ, bro, and then you gonna get Overshown. I absolutely love that linebacker. And I'm so behind that because for the simple fact that why wouldn't it work? Maybe fit, maybe scheme wise, and depending on what they're good at it, because Christian Parker might be running some difficult ish over there sometimes, have them linebackers dropping back and one of them might not be good at that or something. I don't know. It might be something like that. But that linebacker core right there, CJ Allen can't cover. See, I knew it. See, somebody was, I knew it. I knew somebody out the group was not going to be able to cover. And I just stated that. Somebody out of the group was not going to be able to cover. So then we got to adjust. We got to have bro in on them third downs, second downs. Get them up out of there. You got to get them up out of there quick. You got to be smart. But hey, who goes? But I absolutely love that linebacker. I couldn't imagine. Bro, I'm about to do something over that because I absolutely love, man, that is a crazy line. Man, he said Pitt's linebacker is like that dude can cover better than most of the corners in the draft. I wonder, safeties are safeties for a reason, though. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. They little. They little. Them safeties is little. We need LBs. We need dogs. I'm telling y'all, we need dogs. Look at Seattle's defense. Look at Seattle's defense and look. Oh, I never talk about this. And you want to know why I never talk about this, chat? Hey, D-Law really left the Dallas Cowboys and went and won the Super Bowl the next year. I never really addressed this. It's my first time addressing this. He really went. And the thing is he called it. So respect to him. Respect and kudos to DeMarcus Lawrence. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad when they traded. I was like, well, whatever the case, whatever, because I forgot what happened. I let it go. Because our defense was so trash. I didn't forgot about DeMarcus Lawrence. So I really think that, him winning that Super Bowl, it shows you. Like, look at they defense was top tier. Like, top of the top. I think it was 200 and it was like 17 points a game allowed all season long. Guys, 17 points allowed per game through the season. 17 games. What that tell you? Is that not defense? Is that not none of that? D-Lock called out Michael's BS. Just remember. Yeah. He was a free agent. Someone else seen his value. You see anyone grab K. Murray or don't know? Exactly. Nobody grabbed him. Hey, Chris. Chris, hey, don't you come in here. Hey, this right here, this comment right here. See, this right here get me going. See, you can't do stuff like this. You can't do this because when you get that in your head, you get start making me think that. So I'm gonna be sitting here live, and I promise you, today if the Dallas Cowboys draft the offensive lineman with these 2 first-round picks, you're gonna see a certified crash out. I'm gonna just be honest because that doesn't make zero that makes zero. I mean 0 sense. You go and get that in the back end. Just go and get you some camp players, whatever you need to do. But right now, the time is not now for an offensive lineman, in my opinion. We know what the time is. Come on now. Don't get me wrong, we might need a little depth. That's why I said you go later in the draft. Go later in the draft with that. But them 2 first-round picks, you better be spending that. Better be spending that wisely. Better be spending that wisely. Spending it wisely. He said, we want better than that T Steele. Defense, brother. Exactly. All right, man. You better lead them off it. Don't keep my offensive line out your mouth. I'm gonna tell you now. Because the O-line been doing, they don't get me wrong, they got their little hiccups during the season. But I'm gonna tell you now, leave them alone. They're healthy. You know what I mean? They had their little spurt. Let's hope they stay healthy. They out there enjoying vacation together. They took a vacation, the O-line vacation. Let them boys eat now. We need them to keep protecting Dak. Now, that's $60 million a year back there. We got back there dropping back and doing all this. And we got to have somebody to protect him now. You can leave the offensive line alone. Terrence Steele, he got a little weight to pick up. He need to do something over there sometime. He be kind of worrying me. He do. But not no offensive lineman now. Leave him alone. He said, hey, Jeremiah Love, this is Jerry Jones, and you're a Dallas Cowboy. Oh, man. He said, fam, you know the boys never do what they think they should do. That is true. Good point. Good point. Good point. Point. Great point. Because we didn't seen it before. Mozzie Smith, Luke Schoonmaker. Hey, but they do tend to draft some good offensive linemen. They do. I ain't gonna lie. But we don't need that. He said Jerry don't usually miss on his last one. I can remember it was probably Mozzie from Giants fan. Yeah. I mean, you got a point there because if you think about it, why in the world did Jerry Jones think Mozzie Smith was going to be all that? That boy didn't do it. Dang. He ain't do nothing. What did he do? What did Mozzie Smith and Luke Schoon? Last time I checked, Luke Schoonmaker couldn't hold on to the ball. And he caught one-hander one time. So there's a lot of, he said, that's on Will McClay. Chris, I'm sorry to do your Michigan players like that. But I'm telling you, they got a bad rap. That's a rap for them. I'm going to tell you now, they ain't do nothing. I mean, I can see if they made a little bit of noise. You know what I mean? Gave me some sacks, some run stops, some fumbles, or something. He ain't give me nothing. He was hurt most of the time. So I really think that these 2 first-round picks, and I'm about to wrap it up. Because I can account multiple times. Appreciate that follow. I can count multiple times. The Dallas Cowboys should have done what they shouldn't have. But what I should be thinking about is can they do it right this time? Because 2 first-round picks going into this draft, and then after that, you might need to find some vet LB help, depending on what you got, whatever the case may be. You doing that because the season's right around the corner, and I'm gonna be honest, y'all. We didn't see. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it because this is. I use my opinion. Y'all see what? Hey, now you see what Dak did. What he going through now? And in this real life, I ain't gonna get too in debt. But if you know what I'm talking about. So we have to think about this. $60 million a year back there. Now he done got into this situationship. And now he has another season upon him. How is he going to perform? Hey, you got to think about that. Put it in the back of your head. So when he come out this season and you like, oh my goodness, what is going on with $60 million a year? Dak Prescott, this and that, that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, we gonna be right back here, and I'm gonna tell you the full story. Because don't get me wrong, I believe in folk. I believe in them. I'm not saying I don't believe in them, but life be lifing. Players got real lives outside of football. So I'm gonna leave y'all on that note. Until next time, deuces.